What's up, guys? This is Joe from Cincinnati here, and I got another game. I've actually been playing a pretty good number of games over the last couple weeks, and just haven't gotten around to posting them. Mainly because I tried recording myself during them, but I just would have 5 minutes of silence while I waited for my opponent to play something or something like that, and I was just focusing on the game, and I was not thinking about what to say at the time and things like that. So I'm going to try and get some of these games out here with some targeted commentary on the way that I played, the decisions I made, and things like that, rather than my in-game commentary, which is kind of okay, why is he not doing anything? It's been 5 minutes. Please do something. Please do something. Now, with this way, I can fast forward when my opponent's not doing anything. So it's the best of both worlds. So here we go. This is a game against Lion, I believe. Yeah, he was playing Lion, so I was playing Crab. And this is a couple weeks ago, maybe the very, yeah, oh, there it is, 11:29. So about 2 weeks ago. So Crisis Breaker wasn't legal yet, but I think I was playing with everything else up to Pack 4. Not that Pack 4 was anything for Crab. We got the Imperial Palace was basically all we got out of it. So he's playing standard Keeper Fire Lion. I got a pretty good start with a Borderlands Defender, a Heated Guardian, and a holding. Joe, maximize the screen, please. Stop scrolling. You do this every time. It's fucking awful. So I go ahead and buy the Heated Guardian with 1 because that's something you do. Thank you. God damn. Took you long enough. Okay. So and then Heated Guardian with 2. He seems like he's gonna go on a little tear here. So I pass, get the Fate. This is a nice thing about Lion, is that you're pretty sure you're going to get the first pass against them, because they're just a weenie deck through and through. Nothing nothing particularly exciting about the thing. It's just big guy after guy after guy after guy. So I do my standard bid 3. I didn't realize it at the time, but he actually bid 1, which makes sense because he has that obstinate recruit. He wants to keep it around. So he's at 15 honor because he got 1 honor from playing the little Akoma Prodigy, and then he got 2 honor from me, and he starts at 12 for some reason. So I have a pretty good hand here. I drew the Way of the Crab, I have a Reprieve, I have a Spyglass, a Bonsai, a Policy Debate, and a Mountain Does Not Fall. I just played the Spyglass on the Borderlands Defender. I'm probably only going to get 1 attack with it, but, it's not a huge deal, all things considered. I have the Mountain, so I can defend with her, get the Spyglass, and then attack with her, get the Spyglass. So he attacks, he hits Meditations on the Tau, which is really annoying to me. And I'll tell you why. Lion has this card called Feast or Famine. Now, it's a fire province, and it is really annoying to deal with, because if you face check it, and I have a 25% chance of face checking it if I do attack, your opponent's going to do everything they can to make you destroy that shit. And it's really irritating, because I've had people bonsai my characters and attach items to my characters to break the fucking Feast or Famine. And ordinarily I would just be scouting and everything, but it's really difficult. When I have a 2 Fate guy and he has a 0 Fate guy, he can basically guarantee that he's going to get that Fate onto that 0 cost guy. Now, the reason that and we'll get to it eventually, but I don't do something here, and there's a good reason for it. So right now, first I'm going to start off with a court games to dishonor his character, which is just a sound use of court games in general against Lion, who are at 15 honor. But more importantly, I wanted to do a policy debate. I wanted to check his hand, make sure there's nothing in his hand that I'm afraid of, nothing that I have to worry about. I think that's what I do anyway. Yeah, so I policy debate him. So it's like 5-1 or 4-1. Yeah, it's 5-1. So I can just bid one. I think I might bid two, but I can just bid one and not even worry about it. Yeah, I bid two just to guarantee the win. I mean, chances are he's never going to bid more than one anyway, but it was worth a shot. So I get to see his hand. It Spies at Court, Assassination, Miyamoto's Fury, For Shame, Court Games, Policy Debate. Fantastic news. No characters, no, like, no seriously concerning cards except for Miyamoto's Fury. So I can just take that Miyamoto's Fury out. Mountain does not fall my guy, and then attack in, which is what I do. Yeah. So I do that. Now he's passing. I won the conflict, so I don't have to worry about it. I'm just going to go to the next round. Now, if you'll notice, I didn't Meditations on the Tau, his character. The reason is, if I do hit Feast or Famine, I would not be able to assassinate both Zero Fate targets. Now, I know that sounds absurd to consider that, because it's only a 25% chance, but that is so impactful that it's worth repeating. You want to avoid the Feast or Famine whenever possible. So, okay, we're in the conflict, we're in the action phase, so I just do an Earth Ring. I have a Keeper Monk. I want to do it, right? And I just have to pick some fucking thing. So I go for that. And look at that. It's Feast or Famine. Now, I might have been baited a little bit here. He didn't buy the Lion's Pride Brawler, maybe to get me to attack Feast or Famine. So, anyway, he's thinking he's going to get that 2 Fate on my Borderlands Defender onto his Obstinate Recruit. Well, I just need to assassinate that Obstinate Recruit. We already saw his hand. We already saw he didn't have any characters in hand. We already saw that he didn't have any other answers in his hand. So, I can break this knowing that I don't have to worry about it. I'm just going to break it. Which is great. So, I do that. I break the Feast for Famine. Remove the Lion's Pride Baller. Draw a card. And get my Keeper Monk. And if I didn't have the Assassinate, or if I had Meditations on the Tau his guy, this turn would have gone completely differently. So, he's now attacking into Shameful Display, which is also great for me, because now he's going to have 2 Dishonored guys, and I'm going to have an Honored Keeper Monk. Now, I could have just let it go, but when you have Shameful Display, you kind of want to use it. You know what I mean? So, I Shameful my 2 guys. Honor my Keeper Monk. And we're off to the races. So, I'm now winning. And he assassinates my Keeper Monk, which I'm okay with, generally speaking. You know, I would prefer to win that conflict, but he's going to break the Shameful Display. That's what Assassination can do, but I got Assassination out of his hand at least. And so he breaks Shameful Display, so we both each have a broken province. I have to pass my conflict opportunity. Now, I guess I could have done like a cheaper attack as my first conflict, but I really wanted that Keeper Monk, so I went full in on the political Earth, rather than, say, splitting my Borderlands Defender and my Heated Guardian. You can decide for yourself whether that was a better idea or not. I was happy with my choices overall. So I get the Steadfast Witch Hunter, which is fantastic. I love that guy so much. He plays a Gunso, which I don't care about at all. Then I play my Witch Hunter, and then he plays another Obstinate Recruit, and I pass. So, you know, it's really nice knowing that my opponent has 3 cards in hand. I know exactly what those 3 cards are. I don't personally remember them, but it's like a For Shame and a Court Games, maybe, something like that. I mean, nothing that really like stuck out to me as something that I had to worry about. Now, I'm at 4 honor, so I bid 1, and he bids 1 as well. So I have card advantage pretty securely at this point, but my honor is starting to become in trouble because I did the assassinate, I did the bid 2, I did the bid 3 on the first draw, I did the bid 2 on the policy debate to check his hand. So, it's getting a little uncomfortable. I probably should have done a Earth here just to secure my fate, my honor a little bit, but I chose to go with Earth because he only has 4 cards in hand. I can really pressure his hand a little bit by doing the Earth Ring, and then I also get a Keeper Monk, which is just great in general. I hit Fertile Fields, which is fine. I'm not thrilled by it, but it's not something that I'm like broken up about. Now I'm at this interpass here where I have to decide: do I bonsai with the 1 fate to win this Earth Ring, or do I move somebody in, or what do I do? So the bonsai is tricky because I have 4 fate left, so I just move my guy home. I let him win 1 to 10. It seems like a good thing to do. So he wins, but he had to dedicate 3 guys to it. He drew another card, of course, but what are you going to do about that? He goes at the Meditations on the Tau. I defend with my Defender, draw a card from the Spyglass, which is another reprieve, which is great. So I get to keep my Borderlands Defender around. He just lets it go through. He's fine passing that. And then I stand the Borderlands Defender for the extra card draw as well. At this point, his board is looking I mean, not fantastic, but not great. I have to make a decision between Void and Air here, because I can void out like his Gunso or his Tactician or his Berserker or whatever, or I can do an Air Ring and recover some honor. And I probably do the wrong thing here, and I do a political void with those 2. It's a little bit of overcommitment, but it's what I do. So I'm attacking with these guys. I'm winning at the moment, so I just choose to what do I do here? I think I re-dishonor his Gunso. I probably should have just honored my Guardian, to be perfectly honest. I'm at 4 honor. It's just not going great. And then he policy debates me. And then I give him another honor. God, I'm so stupid. Why'd I give him another honor with that? Ugh, Joe, you're not paying attention to your honor. So I'm winning, so I pass. I void. Another stupid play. I void his Gunso. It's so easy, like, when you're watching yourself at the end of the, afterwards, you see all the stupid shit you're doing. And I've been doing a lot of stupid shit in this game. But anyway, I just save that guy. I lose another honor. I'm at 2 honor. Now, both of those times, it's like, why didn't I do an Air Ring? I don't know. Is the answer to that question. I don't know why I didn't do an Air Ring. So, I flip 3 small guys on a holding, and he gets to Tori. Now, that becomes a big problem, because now an air conflict basically ends the game. Because if he can get to Tori out, and if he can win that air conflict, I'm down to 0 honor. So, I obviously have to buy out my board. I have to get as much strength on the board as possible. Now, luckily, his hand, he's been bidding 1 for so long, that he does not have a great hand. He has 4 cards. So I buy out 2 Vanguard Warriors, a Heated Guardian. He buys out fucking so many things. It's ridiculous. But he buys Totori, Alliance Pride Brawler, another Berserker, and then his Akuma Prodigy, in addition to his Berserker and Tactician that I already had. So he's doing a 17 strength air conflict, and I defend with 14 strength. I draw a card, which is a rebuild, which is not bad, to be honest. And I just play that right out of the gate to get that second stronghold that way. Okay, he's policy debating me. So he policy debates me, and I have to bid 1 because I'm at 2 honor. He discards Bonsai, which is an easy choice for him because that's 4 strength. Now I have to make the call about what to do here. I don't want to stronghold yet because I have this character in my hand who, if I can keep him around, if I can keep him up, if I decide to play him into the conflict, I can just get an extra 2 strength and military for that guy. So he foreshames my Vanguard Warrior, and I just have to let it happen. I play Watch Commander, which, to be honest, I'm not running right now, mainly because it's just not impactful enough. Like in this game, it's a 1/1 for 1. It serves no purpose at all. So I ultimately end up having to play in the Skirmisher, and because he Lion's Pride brawled my honored or my non-dishonored Vanguard Warrior. So now I'm sitting at 21 to his 23. I have a Fine Katana and Away the Crab, Court Games, 2 Reprieves, and a Katana in my hand. So I just attach the Katana to get up to 23 to 23. Now, this is the point at which, like, it's 23 to 23, and his lowest guy, the guy that he would weigh the crab, is 0 strength. But because he's strongholded, she's 1 strength. So by sacrificing my bowed guy with Weigh the Crab, I was able to make him sacrifice his 1 cost character, which ended up making the conflict 23 to his 22. So I won the air conflict. His guys all go home bowed. My guys all go home bowed. The difference is he said he has nothing left after this turn. So he conceded, and then I would have been able to, stand somebody with the Witch Hunter, maybe attack Earth, get my Keeper, and then attack, Fire, and he would have no answers to it, and I would have been able to just kind of snowball it from there. And then his board would disappear at the end of the round, whereas I would have, the Witch Hunter, the Heated Guardian, and then I had 2 Reprieves if I absolutely needed them as well. So it was a weird game. It could have gone very, very poorly, but the Crab's defenses held up, and that was that. So that was 1 game down. I'm trying to get a couple more of these games out here for people to watch. So I hope you all enjoyed it. Thanks. Bye.